welcome to Press Play, where we take a look at the best and then worst video marketing content out there. I'm Ben. That's Justin. Today, we're going to take a look at a couple good crowdfunding videos. Justin, tell the people what makes a good crowdfunding video.
Well, there are 4 things we're looking at today. The first is motivate your audience. It's not just putting a call to action, it's actually getting them to take action, which I guess a lot of marketing videos are designed to do. But here it's uber important to the survival of the company.
And it's more than just buying, too. It's
right.
kind of being a part of something, too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, share.
Speaking of share.
Yes.
What's number 2?
Number 2 is shareability. This is crowdfunding. You need crowds, big crowds. You need a lot of people to donate and participate in your campaign. So that's important.
Okay.
Third is you need to strike a balance between your what and your why.
Okay.
A lot of times this is a new company and people don't know what you intend to do with your company or why you are making this product. You've also got to tell them what the heck they're funding.
True.
So it's a what and a why thing.
Okay.
And fourth, we've got what I like to call a little wow factor. A lot of this comes from your product, but your video needs to help demonstrate the wow factor, explain what this wow factor is. A lot of times these crowdfunding things are more than just donating, they're participating in a creation of something.
Right, okay.
And so you want them to share, you want them to promote, you want them to be amazed, and the video needs to help hold up a megaphone to what your product is.
Okay. Well, let's see if this one wows us. I have brought Who Gives a Crap by Who Gives a Crap.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Let's press play.
Okay. Touched backs.
Hi, I'm Simon Griffiths, co-founder of Who Gives a Crap. We reckon every trip to the bathroom should be a feel-good experience. So we've spent the last 2 years developing the only toilet paper that delivers one every time. Who Gives a Crap? It's a breakthrough on so many levels. Let me take you through them. It's better for the environment, and we've cut the nasties, so it's better for your body. That feels good. But unlike other recycled toilet paper, we're all about comfort. So it has a beautiful fluffy texture and low PTR, or poke-through rate. That feels good. You can choose to buy it off the shelf or have it home delivered. Either way, it costs the same as other brands, but comes with 1,200% more puns. That feels good. But here's where we're really on a roll. 50% of our profits go to sanitation projects in the developing world. You see, while a trip to the bathroom can be the ultimate feel-good experience for some, for many, it's not, because 2.4 billion people don't have access to a proper toilet. The bad stuff ends up in waterways, causing diseases that fill half the hospital beds in the developing world. That doesn't feel very good. And that's why we're donating 50% of our profits to WaterAid. WaterAid help the world's poorest people access clean water, sanitation, and hygiene education. They're literally saving the world from the bottom up. It's as simple as that. We take something that everybody needs and use the proceeds to help people in need. And that feels really good. Heading up Who Gives a Crap, Jehan Ratnatunga in LA, Danny Alexander in New York, and myself down in Melbourne, Australia. We're engineers and product designers who in 2010, through a shared passion for humanitarian aid and toilet humour, developed a business model that grabbed a lot of headlines and won a bunch of awards for entrepreneurship. We're busting to press go on the first production run and create Who Gives a Crap's first edition. Our feel-good toilet paper needs a feel-good price. And for that, we have to order in bulk. But we need $50,000 to make that happen. Basically, we need toilet paper. And like anyone who's waiting for toilet paper, we need someone to help us out. We're asking for your support. We need $50,000 to fill our warehouse with the first bulk order of Who Gives a Crap. And I won't be leaving this toilet until we've raised enough for our first order. I'm sitting down for what I believe in, and I'm not getting up until I've got some toilet paper. $50,000 worth. Till then, you can jump on our website and see me sitting right here on our live feed. So please, bit of help.
So,
well done.
I mean, it's right. It's a funny piece. It's a punny piece.
A lot of puns.
A lot of puns.
Potty puns.
A lot of potty puns. It's potty humor, which certainly.
That's a pun as well.
appeals to us. So I think it's well done, but I also do think it kind of satisfies our 4 criteria. So let's start at the top, motivating the audience. I think they did a pretty good version of basically saying, here's what we got. One of the things that they do is they use a method that a lot of crowdfunding campaigns do, is there's some kind of cause behind it, right?
Sure.
I mean, we'll get more to that a little bit in the why, but I think that helps motivate the audience. Everybody needs toilet paper. But, and everybody's gonna buy toilet paper, but this is the toilet paper that you can buy that supports puns and worldwide sanitation.
Yep.
And so it's just, if you're gonna pay for it anyway, why not have the money go to some kind of cause?
Yep.
And I think that's really that pull. So for me, motivating the audience, kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I feel like toilet paper is one of those industries that hasn't evolved a whole lot.
Right.
But this shows product innovation in a whole different way.
Right.
And that's where they pull in their customers.
I think it'd be funny, though, if we derailed the rest of the episode and talked about some ways that the toilet paper industry could innovate. Because there's probably all kinds of robot-based, like, toilet paper usage things. I mean, how would artificial intelligence come into the toilet paper industry?
The toilet could sense the sort of viscosity or whatever of your poop.
I heard focus. Right.
Thanks, Anthony. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2, shareability.
Number 2. Yes, shareability. I know that I would certainly share this with my toilet humor friends and my pun-loving friends.
Sure.
And if I knew of anybody who was really into, like, worldwide causes of famine, water sanitation, things like that, I'd probably share it. So there's a whole lot of reasons to share it. Mainly just the potty humor and pun kind of humor.
Sure, that's enough to share it.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you can feel like you're actually helping something because there's a cause behind it.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings it to my this dichotomy of the what and the why.
Right.
How do you feel they did balancing those?
Well, the what, and they actually spent a decent amount of time on the paper itself, right?
Yep. I think they get over that hump of like, hey, I need decent toilet paper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they make it fluffy. Like, they just say fluffy, but like at least gives me enough to think.
And 1,200% more puns.
Yeah, quite a feature.
Again, we've already addressed puns, very important.
Yes.
But then they really hit it with the why, and the why is, you're gonna wipe your ass anyway. Might as well go toward helping people. And what was actually amazing to me is 2.6 billion people don't have access to toilets. That's roughly it's just over a third of the world's population. That's 1 out of every 3 people who don't have access to a toilet. I don't like that world. I don't get that world. That is shocking to me. And that in itself was enough to kind of take notice and say, even if I wasn't aware of this issue before, that's a serious issue. I mean, it's a fundamental, basic thing that we take for granted.
I don't know. Have you ever pooped alone in the woods before?
I don't think so.
It's kind of a life-changing experience. It really is. Like, you've grown up your whole life either pooping in your pants or pooping in a toilet.
Yeah. I mean,
not in that order.
No, and some closets, but
okay, where was I going to go?
I don't know, but I know what I'm doing with my weekend. All right.
Take a crap in the woods.
Yes. Yeah. And number 4, wow factor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, potty humor and puns, right? And I mean, the actual the guy's sitting there on the John.
Yeah,
in the empty warehouse.
Yep.
I mean, they committed to the bit. And from a comedy standpoint, I mean, a lot of people don't understand. Comedy can be harder than drama sometimes. And that was funny. And they committed to the bit. And committing to the bit is part of being funny. And that's what probably got a lot of people's attention. And that's what allowed for a lot of shareability. And that's what helped them actually exceed their goal. I think they ended up at 133% of their goal.
Yeah.
So for me, it works.
I think they did pretty good.
Yeah. What do you got?
Well, I've got something. I think we've shown a little bit of sandwich video before. They do a lot of crowdfunding, and that's kind of where they got their start. And so this one is for Candy House. It's called Sesame.
All right, let's press play. Adam.
Open Sesame. Sesame is what's called a smart lock. which means you can unlock it using your phone as the key. I've tried other smart locks. They're way too big. Their apps are confusing. They take too long to connect. And they're a hassle to install. And I'm pretty handy. But Sesame's different. You can install it in seconds, literally. No unscrewing, no replacing. Sesame has a patented design that fits any latch anywhere in the world. The app is handsome and intuitive. But you can open your door without it, like this. Or like this. Sesame senses when my phone is nearby and gets ready for my special knock. And I can get the optional Wi-Fi access point. It plugs into the wall nearby, so Sesame is always on my home network, and it's linked to the access point with Bluetooth, which keeps it connected while going easy on the batteries. And with no keys, it's easy to let other people in too. I can choose who has access and who doesn't. I get notifications when my lock opens and closes, so I can always know what's going on, no matter where I am. And it's got military-grade encryption. No one's hacking this thing. Open Sesame. Ta-da!
Nice.
Yeah, I think we've both seen this before, and these guys are pros. I can't remember who we talked to, but someone told us that it's like, well, if you want us to work with you, this is Sandwich Video talking. If you want us to work with you, it's $100,000. We get some equity. Like, it's a big investment, but it clearly is worth it. They got 15 times their goal. Their goal is 100,000. They got almost 1.5 million.
Yeah, and I mean, Sandwich's videos are typically very successful when they are crowdfunding things. I mean, it's worth it at, twice the price probably.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. Their goal was $100,000, but it's not unlikely that Sandwich Video said we need $100,000 for this video.
Right.
So think about the investment, what they really needed from their audience, and then look at the return on investment. Look at what video did to this. Sure, it's a great product,
Right.
but the video really took this to another level.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people it was, but they got people to give them $1.5 million for something that is essentially a consumer product. But they positioned it well. They made it fun. They made it. I think it's something that I think a lot of crowdfunding videos do also. The really good ones also. Oftentimes, when it's products anyway, speak to the early adopter mentality too. Right? And I think early adopters just kind of operate differently on kind of a different brain wavelength than other people too. And they look for certain things. And I think this video and a lot of other of Sandwich's videos do a really good job of speaking to those early adopters. They know how to connect with that early adopter mentality, which are the people who are on these crowdfunding platforms. Okay, so motivating audience. What do you think?
I think, they got it because they're introducing a problem that everyone's used to. Whether you lose your keys or you got your hands full or you want to let a friend in your house, like, this is a consumer problem. B2C, everyone could use help in this area, and I think that's enough motivation to get someone to participate.
And I think they differentiated themselves a little bit at the beginning, right? You don't need any kind of fancy installation or anything like that. It just goes on the deadbolt and it's done in seconds. I think that's where a lot of people who've seen these things on the market already are like, it's a pain in the butt. Or renters, right, who can't actually modify anything.
Sure.
This just goes right on that deadbolt. So, all right, so they motivated the audience. Is it shareable?
Yes, from two perspectives. One is it is kind of funny. There's some humor,
it's clever.
But that's not why I would share it. I would share it because I want this thing to get to market, and that's why I would put this thing out there. Tell my friends. I would donate and tell my friends. I didn't get there in time, but
no. Okay. So what about striking a balance between the what and the why?
Yeah, I think they did a really good job of saying the what and showing the why. And that's what you get with video. You get that opportunity.
True.
They didn't have to say, oh, you got your hands full. here's how this is helpful. They just show it, and instantly you connect with, oh, I've got a kid in my hand, I've got groceries, it's raining out, I don't want to put my stuff down and take my keys out and go through all that. So I think they balanced it pretty well between verbally showing what, or verbally saying what, and not verbally saying why.
I also wonder if by talking about some of the what, they actually address the why. I mean, the why is really about convenience, and some of those features that are inherently the what are just very convenient features. Being able to use it from the app, having one little thing that you plug into the wall, not having any kind of installation. So I think that does help. If the why is to make life easier and more convenient, several of the what's just kind of added up to the why also, which is nice.
I feel like the early adopters, I think they are like IoT itself is in this early adopter stage, and when they understand IoT, when they think IoT, they think my life is going to be easier. So they did a good job of just connecting those two, to your point.
Okay. And then what about the all-important wow factor?
It was there. It was impressive how the point after point after point kept making more and more reasons for me to be a part of this.
And door after door after door.
Yeah.
I mean, it was clever. It was simple, but it was clever. So yes to wow factor. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
So let's recap. If you're going to make yourself a crowdfunding video, 4 things you want to remember. 1, motivate your audience. 2, make it shareable. Number 3, balance the what and the why. And number 4, wow factor.
Okay. So there you have it. That's 2 good crowdfunding videos. Next time we're going to take a look at 2 bad examples of crowdfunding videos. In the meantime, if you've got any good crowdfunding videos you want us to see, or if you want to send us some bad ones to replace the ones that we're already planning on taking a look at, we'd love to see them. Until next time, take it easy.
So long.
Farewell. We've already done that.